Good day everyone, my name is Anna and welcome to Cactus Caffeine. Today we are going to be doing a potting up video. These are all the cacti that I purchased or I ordered online from Miles to Go. My last video was unboxing these cacti. If you have not seen that video, you will see the link up on the screen and also below this video. I have 10 different types and sizes of cacti to pot up. I have my pots here ready, terracotta pots and these plastic pots, and my soil is right here. So now we can start potting up the first cactus. I have something in here to cover the drainage hole. This is coffee filter paper and oops, I forgot to remove the sticker at the bottom. So that is to prevent the soil from going out through the drainage holes when I water. So sometimes I use a screen, sometimes I use this unused or clean coffee filter paper, or also sometimes I use dryer sheets. The used dryer sheets, I just wash it very well, and I also use that to block the drainage holes. This first cactus that I'm potting up is a Mammillaria theriaceae albiflora. This one is grafted. It's grafted on a Hericea Gisberti. First thing that I did is I placed a small amount of soil at the bottom, and then I placed this cactus in the middle, and then now I'm just filling up soil around the cactus. I give the pot a little tap just to ensure that the soil is evenly spread around the roots. This is good for now, but later on I'm going to be putting top dressing on this when I finish potting up all the cactus. This next one is an Eriocarpus retusus variety furfuraceus. I am not going to use a terracotta pot for this one because this cactus is still small, so instead I am using a plastic pot. This is a 2.5 to 3 inches square plastic pot. This one is an Eriocarpus retusus subspecies trigonus. So again, fill the bottom with soil, then I place the cactus in the middle, and then I put soil around the cactus. By the way, if you are wondering about this soil that I am using, I start out with a good cactus soil, straight out from a bag. I usually buy, I have some preferred brands, but just make use of what you're comfortable with if you are using a cactus soil straight out from a bag. In my case, I like to use the Dr. Q brand. That is the in-house soil of Star Nursery here in Las Vegas. And then I also sometimes buy either Black Gold or Kellogg's Organic Cactus and Citrus Palm Mix. Okay, so I start out with a good cactus soil, and then to which I add more gritty material. I like to use pumice. So if I have pumice, that is my preferred amendment. So I add more pumice to the soil. So in the end, I would probably have maybe 50 to 60% gritty material and 40%, 50 or 40% organic material. If I am using a plastic pot like this one, I would add more inorganic material, more pumice than organic material. But if I'm using a terracotta pot, then sometimes I do a 50-50 ratio of organic and inorganic. All that this needs now is a top dressing, which I will do at the end of this video. In labeling my plants, what I like to use is this paint pen. Oh, ever since I discovered this paint pen, I love it, especially in labeling my plants in plastic pots. I just bought this from Michael's. It's a craft store here in the US. And the beauty of this paint pen is it cannot be erased with water. Let's see, what is this? Okay, Eriocarpus. All right, as I was saying, the only thing that will erase this paint pen is alcohol. So even if you water your plants, the writing stays in there, but you can still recycle the pots in case you're changing the plant inside the pot. And the only thing that erases this is alcohol. So variety for voracious. There you go. I don't like using the plastic plant labels because they get very brittle with the heat here in the desert. And also when we get windy days, they get blown off by the wind and I lose the labels. These two Eriocarpus are the same, so I ordered two because during my unboxing video I told you guys that I was planning to graft one and then plant the other one and let it grow in its own roots. However, since it is winter right now, I don't feel comfortable grafting this during the winter time. First of all, I am not very good at grafting yet. So I think my chances would be better if I graft this during spring or summertime when the cacti, this and also my rootstock, which is outside currently in my backyard, when both of them are actively growing, that's when I want to do the grafting, because right now it is in the middle of winter and I'm afraid that this and also my rootstock are dormant and the success of my grafting will be lower. All these cacti that I'm potting up right now, I ordered it from Miles of Miles to Go. He has a website. I will put a link below this video. It's miles2go.com. He is based in Arizona, and Miles has been in business for over 3 decades. So he is a very seasoned grower of cactus and succulents. I purchased mostly, well, 6 out of the 10 cactus is Eriocarpus because his prices are very reasonable. Although they're small, you know how Eriocarpus grows very, very slow. So I'm sure there is already some age to these. These has been growing for several years now. And also, I discovered that 2 of these Eriocarpus that I ordered have spent flowers on them. So that means some of them, although they were small, have already started producing flowers. I am very, very pleased with all the cacti that I've ordered from Miles to Go so far. The last thing that I will do is put some top dressing. This is decomposed granite, which I thoroughly sifted and washed. I like using this because it's cheaper. It's cheaper because I easily buy this from big box stores here. A big bag is cheap, except it takes a little bit of work because you have to sift the bag, the decomposed granite, and sift out the very fine material. And then after that, make sure you also wash this because they will be very dusty. If you don't wash it and just use it straight on your soil or on top of your soil, the thing is when you water, all the dust will float and it will make your plant very dusty and dirty. So just make sure you wash it off before you use this decomposed granite on top. This is actually optional, but I like to put top dressing on my soil because cactus soil is very light, and when you water it, the tendency is it floats and spills over your pot. So one function of this top dressing is to keep the soil down, and also it looks aesthetically better if you have a top dressing. It gives it sort of a desert look that your cactus is like growing amongst rocks. Another reason why I like to use top dressing is because it retains moisture in the soil longer. But if you are having problems with your soil staying wet longer than you want it to, then you may want to do away with the top dressing. But here in the desert, and also because of the fact that I use mostly terracotta pots for my mature cacti, everything dries out fast. So the soil dries out very fast when they are in terracotta pots. And so having a top dressing somehow makes the soil stay wet a little longer. I am all done now. So here are all the cacti that I ordered from Miles Anderson of miles2go.com. Here are the 3 bigger ones in terracotta pots. See, I also used the paint pen even on terracotta pots. And then to the right, these are the smaller ones, the Eriocarpus, carpus, and that one, Mammillaria theraceae. Since it is winter right now and we have a freeze temperature warning in the next few days, I will be keeping these indoors for now by a windowsill. And when the freezing temperatures is over, I will try to move them inside my greenhouse. Because I will be keeping these indoors in the meantime, I plan to water them very lightly. I'd probably do it after 3 days from the time I potted them up. That way it gives time for the roots to heal before I introduce water to them. And yes, I do water my cacti even though it is winter. I have a video about that. The link will be up on your screen. Alright, if you like this video guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Follow me in Facebook and in Instagram. And until next time, bye everyone and cheers!